Okay, good morning class. Today we will be talking about Adobe Animate. Alright, before you can enter to this layout, right, you will need to choose some options like first of all, you need to choose new project. Secondly, you need to choose the layout size, which is 1920 1920 and 1080px. Then you click on the create, then you will come to this layout. If your layout is not similar to mine, you can actually go to the top right side and then you will see a button here. Then you can click on the classic one. Then you will have the similar layout like mine. So for the Adobe Animate, right, it is almost similar with Illustrator. The only thing which is different is you will have a timeline. You will have a timeline column here. Then you can play with the keyframe. You know, have you learned about the Premiere Pro? So as this indicator moves, right, your animations will move here. So in order to animate your character, you need to draw it out here at the white blank space. And then the tools is ready here. Then you can choose either one which is suit to you, then you just create your character. So after this, you will play with the timeline to animate your characters or objects. And then here are some settings which you can add extra effects to the characters or objects. Okay, after the introductions of the layout of Adobe Animate, now I will teach some basic knowledge about this software. So now you can choose either these three shapes, either one lah. And then like me, I have chosen the circle. And of course, you can alter the color here. After you have drawn the circle, alright, automatically on your first timeline, it will give you a black keyframe. Actually, this black dot, right, we will call it as keyframe. Usually, whatever animation, whatever changes you have made to this black circle, it will be recorded in this keyframe. Actually, keyframe, right, it has many types. It has a keyframe. Of course, it also have blank keyframe. Blank keyframe, it will be in transparent form with only outline. So blank keyframe means there has no animation done on that keyframe yet. Okay, whenever you add the keyframe, for example, I add a blank keyframe at 10 seconds, and then I drag this indicator and point at 10 seconds. Whenever I have drawn another shape, then you will see, of course, the blank keyframe at 10 seconds will automatically being filled by this black color as well, meaning it has already animations in that keyframe itself. So this is what the keyframe functions of. Okay, next, once you have drawn the shape, right, you need to convert it to symbol first. If you don't do so, it's not like the shape you drawn in Illustrator. Okay, in Adobe Animate, right, the shape that you have drawn without converting to symbol, it can be simply altered. So whenever you take this arrow and drag it, the shape will change according to how you drag it. Alright, it can be simply altered. So in order to make it as a shape and you want to move this whole shape, alright, like how you do in Illustrator, you need to right click on the black circle and then you convert it to symbol first. Alright, in order for you to differentiate your shape has already converted to symbol or not, you can just click on the circle, and then if it looks like this, it means that it's still not converted to symbol yet. And then the shape that has been converted to circle, it will look like this. It will be framed by a blue square shape like this. Okay, as for these sessions, I will teach you guys to create motions for an object. Alright, to move from left to right or either up to down. Okay, in order for you to create the motions, right, now you can come to the timeline column, and your indicator, the red indicator, I believe now is pointed at the first seconds, right? You just remain it, alright? And now you can point your arrow to the timeline path in the middle, and then you right click. Alright, once you right click, right, it will give you a bar like this, which shown create motion tween, shape tween, classic tween, and you will see frames, remove frames, keyframe, blank frame, and so on. Okay, so now in order to create motions, of course, we'll click on the first one. As for the shape tween and classic tween, we will learn later. Alright, now you just select the first one first. Create motion tween. Once you have clicked on this, alright, it will give you the green bar on the timeline. After this, when the green path has shown, you now have to drag your red indicator from the 0 seconds to the first seconds, which is the frame 30. Alright, and then you can, when you point your indicator at the end of the green path, you can start dragging your black circle from left to the right. Okay, alright, once you release the mouse, you will see a track path is showing here like this. Once you have this dotted track path, right, it represents that you are actually created motions on this circle. And then another proof is you will see another black keyframe is given here by automatically. Alright, so in order to play the animation that you have done, you can just type enter. You can just press enter on your keyboard. If you are using Mac, you can just press on return on your keyboard. Then the animations will be played. In the next session, we will learn about the shape tween. In order to create the new tween, we also need to create a new layer. In order to create the new layer, you have to click on this icon, and then the new keyframe will be given automatically. Same thing, you need to choose the shape. You can choose the shape from here. Again, I use the circle again. And then what is the difference with the motion tween is the shape tween circle doesn't need to convert to symbol. Okay, we just need the flat shape. Okay, if you find the circle in the first layer is distracting, then you can close the eye view by clicking on this icon. Of course, you need to select the layer 1, then only you click on this icon. Alright, next, in order to create the shape tween for the second circle, okay, the next thing you need to do is you find a suitable time frame here. like me, I'll choose back the same time frame like the first circle. And then I will point on the time frame that I want, and then I click on right click, and then same thing, a column will be coming out, and then you click on the insert keyframe. After inserting a new keyframe at the second layer, I'll choose another shape, which is a pentagon. Then by clicking on this keyframe, I'll start draw the pentagon at the right hand side, which is aligned to the previous the circle color, the circle shape. Okay, and then next thing is I'll do some changes in terms of color to the pentagon. So in order to change its color, I'll highlight this pentagon first. Then I will go to the column at the right hand side. Okay, then I'll pick my favorite color on this pentagon. I chose pink. Okay, alright, so at this time frame, right, we do not want this circle to appear. So in order to delete it, same thing, highlight and then just delete this circle at this time frame. Then we'll right click at the time frame in between the two keyframes of layer 2 to create shape tween. Okay, the last tween that we're going to learn today is the classic tween. Same thing, you need a new layer, and then a new keyframe will be given, and this time I choose an pink oval shape, and then you all can try to play with the functions of changing shape at the effect column. Okay, and then same to the motion tween, the shapes need to convert to symbol. Okay, I repeat, yeah, for motion tween, the shape needs to convert to symbol. Okay, for the shape tween, the shape doesn't need to convert to symbol, but when come to the classic tween, it needs to be converted to symbol before you want to create the tween. Alright, and then next I will go to the timeline column. I will find a time frame that I think is suitable, and then right click. Then for this time I will insert a keyframe. Okay, keyframe is like a recorder. Alright, it's like a recorder to record all the animations you have done to the objects or characters. We'll need to add the animations or motions to the new keyframe here. So before you add the animations to the new keyframe, please make sure that the keyframe has been chosen, has been selected. Then you'll need drag the oval from the left to the right. Okay, after you have moving the shapes, then you can select the space in the between of these two keyframes. Then you right click, then you choose create classic tween. In order to make the animations more interesting, I decide to add one more keyframe in between of these two keyframes for the oval pink shapes. Okay, same thing, if you want to add the new keyframe, remember, just right click and then insert keyframe at the time frame that you want. Then I will select the keyframe, the new added keyframe, and then I actually stretch the oval. Instead of stretching, I also move it from top to bottom. Okay, So the outcome will be here. Yeah, this is the outcome. So the first one will be the motion tween. Then the second one will be the shape tween, which is from round shape to a star shape. Okay, some more it can change the color from black to pink. And then the third one will be the oval, will drops and stretch. This is all the animations we do by using the tween and the keyframe itself. That's all for today about the keyframes and the tween.